Good morning, everyone. I don't have baby duty today, but we are going to work on our advent calendars today. That's at least is my plan. Yeah, I'm making one, or my daughter here and I were making one for all of my grandchildren, except the little one. The little one doesn't need that yet. Yeah, come on now. Let's just stay on the ground or stuff like that. The right time for the right age, the right thing for the right age at the right time. Yes, okay. I feel often, uh, all right, was I guilty of that too? I guess I was. I can't really remember a whole lot about that now. That parents often jump ahead with many different things when it comes to presents for their children. That was funny. For the little one, there's an abundance of presents one can make, get this and that, I say for Christmas or birthdays. But my 12-year-old oldest granddaughter, yeah, I'm just not sure what to get her. Yeah, well, she has everything. That's too bad. Okay, all right, all right. Uh, why did I start out with that? I have no idea. Oh, the advent calendars. And we're making them ourselves and all out of recycled materials. And I was trying to figure out how to cut out the holes. So we're making Christmas trees and then put in the 24 little doors per se. They're not doors. We got what is it called? It's some kind of to use these pods or little cups, to let the coffee run through. And my son-in-law got that from his mom. So of course, we use it, right? Yes, that's what you do with presents from mom. You use them, and they're really cool little cups. You clean them out, and I saved a whole bunch of them for starts for my plants. They're gonna be perfect for it. And then I said to my daughter, I said, "Hey, it'd be great to just put little presents in there for her, right? Yes, yeah, to for the month of December for an advent calendar." And so I stood in the garage over the cardboard and going, man, if I work that too much, the cardboard's just going to be a mess. And I remembered in second grade, we punched out with a needle or something all around the edges of something. I think it was a little bunny or something. And then when you were all done punching holes on the lines, it would just pop out. And I'm going, hey, I did. I used a screw, a sharp screw, sharp tip screw. And it worked perfect. It worked just like a charm, right? And now these little rounds that I have from the car, I would save those too. I'm going, I bet they're going to be something good for something. Okay. I like stuff like that. I just do. And it's looking good. I made one. I started one and showed my daughter. And she says, Mom, the blue cups fit in. They're perfect. I said, yes, they do, don't they? Anyway, very happy again, instead of just, this isn't working or getting started on what I could have and already knew this isn't going to work. I drew from what have I learned in the past. Yes, that was great. I want to just quickly tell you, but again, my beloved sister, Kathy, when I went to California and we had that visit, there was something that came up. And she said, we're both first generations in our church, in our movement, which means our families were the first blessed change of lineage in our ancestries and for our descendants. So we're first generations. She said, I'm not involved in groups in the church or or this or that. I take care of my family at home. And as I said, they gave a lot. I would say they fulfilled just about every condition, this and that. I'm getting hot here. Yes, I have the heater on a little bit. Yeah, it's cold, it's cold. And she said, but I feel like I should have a voice regardless. And I feel I'm just never really being heard. And I thought about it, and I remember that I was always very busy. I was always moving. Kathy was much slower in a way. She had this just, and in the way she also talked, I loved it. It's such a good balance for someone like me. And I have another sister like that, Nancy. Yes. They kind of keep me centered. Yes. God centered. Yes. Yeah. Is it just, oh, you have to have this relationship with God, then you're going to become God centered? This and that. We all know what that really means, but I had lots of people around me. Okay. Mentioning two sisters who calmed down my really exuberant and go getter and do and always get it done type of personality, right? That when you charge forward like this, you miss things. Yes, yeah. So these sisters taught me, or I had to slow down. Yes, I'm listening. Yeah. Nancy, you're taking off a long time on that fruit salad there. But everybody ate that one. Everybody gravitated towards the dishes that she made. Of course, all the dishes were good, but as I said, that special care, that special love. Right? I've heard of sisters who washed every grain of rice before they would serve it to their brothers and sisters. Incredible amount of love going into the food. Yes. Oh, which brings me to something else. And without people knowing, gravitate first towards those dishes. Isn't that something? Yes, I learned a lot in my life through my brothers and sisters around me in faith as well. And I listened to Kathy and I'm going, yeah, that's true. It is really true. But I find sad, and maybe it isn't, I don't know how it is now. That's how it was, 20 plus 30 years ago, right? Okay, so we met up 15 years, 12 years ago. And then it was still like that. I don't know how it is now. Right? Is it so important that only if you are at a certain position, right, in anything, in a group or whatever, that then you're being heard? That not only then it matters what one has to say? Yes? And whoever is on top, whoever has these leadership positions and whatever it is, the people below are just to be used and put into their respective positions to do the job, but they can't be heard as well. I felt that my sister Kathy had very much something to say there, and it bothered her. Yes. And as I said, she was smart. She was very, very smart. She had her heart to mind when it came to the divine principle and all. Just very thoughtful. That's what it was to me. Very thoughtful. What she had to say had deep meaning. Yes? Yeah. Well, anyway. So, I try to make it a point to listen to people. Yes? And I guess want to be listened to as much as I talk. I share about my life. And with all the videos, and believe me, I've deleted. And there was a point where, I don't know, something happened to one of my channels, and I thought, you know what? Oh, on Facebook. Oh, yeah. They kept putting me in Facebook jail. For what exactly? I wasn't sure. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to delete that whole thing. And I deleted a whole bunch of videos, a lot with herbs, this and that. But I share a lot out of my life. Oh, not because I want to brag. Again, it's because I want to show the people that living under God's umbrella, with the change of lineage, the blessing, believing in the second coming, the true parents, and the divine principle, and follow that. Try to instill that into my family here, and without force, without judgment or this, just keep being that guiding force when it comes to that. It's amazing. It's made such an amazing change in everything that I've experienced in spirit world, in the physical world, and the understanding too that one gets. It's very difficult to break through a barrier with someone, say for example, when they're very enthralled with just Western medicine, right? And you're saying, well, it seems like nothing has worked, so how about you try this? I mean, your problem is not that great that God's pharmacy, yes, out there may not have something that will still help you. And it's like, no, no, yeah, they listen, but no, no. And they don't ever ask, well, what is it? What should I do? Not ever. Very few ask. And then if they don't ask, you already know they're not there yet. Yes, or will maybe never be. Yes, see? Yeah. But you got to keep being an example out there. Anyway, so I share. I just share. I share like this. I share with the people I come across anytime that I have a chance. According to what I feel, oh, that's what they're bringing up. This is what we need to talk about. But oftentimes, I just listen. Because that seems to be something a bit missing. Yes? Anyway, so it'd be nice to I see all kinds of groups, the memoirs of father, then I'm a unificationist because, and that one's actually good. I should go and oh, right there is a group. People could share just about, hey, how you doing these days? I haven't seen Kathy in forever and ever. Every once in a while, we'd comment to each other. If we see a post, oh yeah, how you doing? Every so often. But after hometown Providence became a big thing, many of my brothers and sisters in faith, they moved away from the Bay Area, as we did. We moved to the Kentucky mountains, my husband's hometown, and you kind of lose touch, except for, and we didn't have internet at our house for about 10 years. We didn't have, or it was that dial-up stuff. You can't call that internet. So I kind of lost, and it was expensive to make phone calls. So I lost track of a lot of people except for maybe one or two. And now, it'd be nice. We're all getting older. Our first generations, we're getting older. We're passing the spirit world, and unless you have good connections like I do, then you're going to have to wait until you meet up there again, I guess. Yes? So, my question to people out there, how you doing? How are you doing out there with having been on the path of true parents for so long? Yes? How's your family faring? Got any grandchildren yet? Great grandchildren. How are they doing? What's life look like for you? Are you still out there witnessing? Are you still remember? Okay. I did try, and again, to bring it back, Kathy's concern, I did try to reach out to some people, and I didn't get anything back, which kind of tells you, oh, okay, you're too busy. You're still busy, right? Yes, you're still busy, I guess, or I'm just not important enough. I find that very sad. Okay. Oh, do I feel slighted now? No, I found that really sad. That we know we're all out there in the world, right? I think that if we connect, if we could connect again, stronger, be a great thing too, wouldn't it? Yes. Met some amazing brothers and sisters online here, yes, and I try to keep up with them. Uh, yes, encourage each other. Right? When Kathy left that day, we were hours and hours and hours of talking and just sharing, and she said, "You don't even know how good that has been for me." I go, "Well, me too. This was amazing. The only one that reached out to me after I had given, okay, I'm going to say it, so much service to the church for 18, just about 18 years. One person, when I came back and I went to visit church, they were all saying, oh, hi, yeah, you, huh? One person. Oh, that's not true. I did get invited to another sister's house for dinner, and that was good too. I ended up refinishing a couple of end tables or something for her, and she loved them, so that was good. And I was happy to do that. I was there for 3 weeks. I went there because my youngest daughter went to Paris with neighbors that we had there that became very, very good friends to us. So I got to stay there for 3 weeks and I loved it. Had another experience there where I was supposed to go to. Okay, I'm not going to tell that story right now. I just get going here. I just wanted to tell about Kathy. Kathy's on my mind these days. Yes. She'll be a great guide for me here as well through all of this. She would have a lot to say. She would have been one that if I'd have said, hey, do you want to be a part of this? Shall we do this together? She'd go, oh, yes, I do. Which brings me to one more thing. Again, it's kind of in line with that. I've been to Bible studies, churches where they are before, often before church. And I've always envisioned Bible studies to be something, including the workshops in our church, where you could voice yourself as well. You're not just going to sit there and listen like you do in church, right? But where you could voice yourself and bring out some of your own, right? Yes. Well, that would take forever then. You know, if people come and they all want to talk. Yes. How much time do people spend on the internet? What? So one can't get together for a few hours? Bring your lunch or something, or everybody bring a. Hey, you know what? We're gonna have long discussions going on. Better start at 5 a.m. If it's on a Sunday, and everybody bring a little breakfast uh, dish or something, right? So we can have breakfast in between, or eat while we're talking, coffee, this, that. So everybody can be heard. But well, I feel like that, and people shouldn't be afraid to voice, like I do here. But I don't feel that way. Why do I not feel that way? Why do I have to go along with something that I feel isn't right? Or I see that a little different. Yes, with all the Bible stories, wouldn't that kind of make more sense for people if they could voice their concerns? Then also, and some can say, well, the reason it is this way, and the other person goes, oh, you know what? I never thought of that. Okay, well, that fixed it for me. You see? Yeah. There should be. Isn't that kind of what happens in I've gone to AA meetings because to bring someone or to be support to someone, and they talk. That's all they do. They talk. The teacher, the person that's guiding the whole thing, often just sits there and listens and encourages maybe someone to open up. Right? Yes, but it's the people who are talking. Yeah? Okay. But it seems like when it comes to Bible study and even church, why can't I go, hey, wait a minute. What did you just say? I don't think that's. I see it a little different. Can I just give you what, and then you maybe could pick that since you were mentioning it. But you can't do that. It's rude, right? Or considered rude. Or then you become disruptive. Right? As I said, if it's not rude, it can be people just interrupting. But if you have something to say while I'm talking or a question, please raise your hand. I want to hear what you're saying while I'm giving the sermon here. Yes? That's called give and take, isn't it? Uh, so, if an employee comes into okay, same thing there. In anything, Kathy's right. In just about any venue that there is out there, where people come together, work or play or whatever, uh, study, where is the voice of the little people? Is a teacher always right? I don't think so. Time has proven that again and again. Teachers aren't always right. Even in school with the children, they just sit there and have to be quiet. Don't interrupt. And again, if you have a question or if you have something different to tell, know something different about what I'm talking, please raise your hand. Give me your knowledge. Many children in school, they have already many different things within them to give. And if the children would be more made a part of the learning, not just here, this is what you learn, then first of all, the ones too shy to ask a question if they don't understand something, or the ones that really have great knowledge, maybe even greater than the teacher. What? So what? That is what? Embarrassing to the teacher? Why? I call that give and take. Well, anyway. So, Pete, that's another change where let the ones below you, if that's what you want to call, that's what you want to look like, have their voice as well. Maybe people start talking to each other again, right? Yes? All right. Let's get going here. We are in the book of Job 37. What, Kathy? She's awake. She says, to be remembered like this feels great to be here in Spirit World. You are welcome, my dearest sister. Oh, but that comes kind of with a condition, right? Yes? She loves that too. Oh, that was just so sweet. You know, spirits are attracted, again, if it's with a sincere, true heart to mind. Carry that love of God within yourself, of our Heavenly Parent. Oh, not because, oh, yeah, I'm getting that love. No, because you understand that love as a parent, as a sister, as a wife, as a friend, because you understand that. This is why you can give it. Do you understand? Yeah. There's no privilege involved here. It's you yourself. You got to get to that point. Spirit, Kathy, very much attracted to my surroundings right now. Why do you think that is? Just as people are attracted to others because of love. Yes? Yeah. All right. So, Book of Job 37. At this, my very heart quakes. So, Elihu's still talking. And we're still in a hymn to God's omnipotence. At this, my very heart quakes and leaps out of its place. Listen, oh listen to the blast of his voice and the sound that issues from his mouth. His lightning is hurled across the heaven. It strikes to the extremities of earth. I wonder how that is supposed to help a dying man, a very despondent, desperate, disillusioned man like Job. After it comes a roaring sound. God thunders with majestic voice. He does not check his thunderbolts until his voice resounds no more. Yes, certainly God shows us marvels and does great deeds that we cannot understand. Again, has to be big, right? Look, thunderbolts, thunder, and you shout, God shouts. That's what you need to hear God? Or be aware of the presence of God? Obviously, he thinks so. Forget all the quiet things that are happening. Kathy was a quiet kind of presence. She was really tall. She was very tall. Yes, she was a presence, but she was a very quiet presence. She watched a lot too. Very quiet presence. I remember she would end up taking care of the children a lot, making sure that we knew where they were during the family camps and this and that and all that jazz. Yes. And then she'd just come in the kitchen and sit down and start, she had this way of talking and she'd chop some vegetables or something. I've been thinking about on how anybody who knew her goes, oh my God, that was so Kathy. Yes. All right. Quiet. The little miracles. We don't notice those because they're not loud enough. They're not. Right? Yes. He uses the weather here for. Okay. Oh, so they had bad weather here. So there's nothing different. There was nothing different then than it is here. He's talking about the weather all day long. Did they have already climate change there? Oh, just saying. When he says to the snow, fall on the earth, to the showers, now rain hard, he brings all human activity to a standstill for everyone to acknowledge his work. The animals go back to their dens and take shelter in their lairs. The storm wind comes from mansion of the south, and the north winds usher in the cold. At the breath of God, ice comes next. The surface of the waters hardens over. He weighs the clouds down with moisture, and the storm clouds radiate his lightning. He himself guides their wheeling motion, presiding over their seasonal changes. They carry out his orders to the letter all over this earthly world, whether to punish earth's peoples or as work of faithful love, he dispatches them. Really? Okay, so when God created the world in 6 days, 6 periods, well, long period, he'd already decided, well, when I create man and woman, man, they're going to be in trouble. They're going to cause trouble. So I'm going to have to fix the weather so the weather can punish them. God always said supposedly, after every day that he created whatever, after every period of millions and billions of years that he created everything so meticulously, everything's good. It was another good day. Yet he already incorporated what? With the weather that is needed to keep things flowing and going and I don't know what. As punishment for mankind? That's great. Okay. Bunch of nonsense. See, if I were to hear this in church, I'd have to go to the preacher after and say, do you even know what you're saying here? What are you trying to teach? Okay, all right. Oh, we're talking about the omnipotence of God. So this is just an example of what the omnipotence of God is. Yes? But is it true? God's not using his omnipotence like this. That's not how the principles of creation were created. Listen to this, Job, without flinching, and reflect on the marvelous works of God. Do you know how God controls them, or how his clouds make the lightning flash? Do you know how he balances the clouds? A miracle of consummate skill. When your clothes are hot to your body and the earth lies still under the south wind, can you, like him, stretch out the sky, tempered like a mirror of cast metal? Teach me what we should say to him. But better discuss no further, since we are in the dark. Does he take note when I speak? When human beings give orders, does he take it in? There are times when the light vanishes behind darkening clouds. Then comes the wind, sweeping them away, and brightness spreads from the north. God is clothed in fearful splendor. He, Shaddai, is far beyond our reach, supreme in power, in equity, excelling in saving justice, yet no oppressor. No wonder then that people fear him. Everyone thoughtful holds him in awe. All right. We talked about all that already. There's one thing I'm noticing here with Elihu speaking now. That's the end of 37. What seems to be missing here a little with all the friends, they're all just talking. Now, it seems as if, since Elihu is there, there are other people there, just watching, trying to say, oh, let's see what else is going to happen to Job. Gawkers. Called them gawkers. Gawkers. What else? There's another word for them. Yeah, can't remember. Gawkers. Come to see what's going on. And of course, everybody is drawing their own conclusions about whatever is happening to Job. Okay, it's just a masterpiece of poetry, hello, but we know how in real life that all happens. Where is Job is sick. Job just lost all his sons. Job is not feeling well. He's lost. Something's wrong with his vineyard. He's losing everything. We got to go help him. Where is that? That's not mentioned here. It's literally just a discussion among people, right? Yes? Oh, okay. But where's the help for Job? Yes, he was such an awe-inspiring dude when he was doing well. The people, remember, stopped talking when he entered the town square, and everybody, what is he going to have to say? Right? Yes? Then where are these people now? He helped all them beggars, widows, I don't know what. Where are they all? Coming and saying, we're going to fix your vineyard. We're going to take care of that. We're going to take good care of you. We're going to be here for you. Right? Going to help you with your sons' families and children. It's our turn to help you out. Where's that? It's not a real story, people. And why that story is in the Bible, I have no idea. What purpose is there of all this? To show what type of abyss we can fall into, and then the discussions that arise from it. Our church is struggling with some internal strife and division and this and that, and one could very easily apply this story of Job to our situation. Yes? People talking a lot, assume a lot, accuse a lot, are being resentful for no other reason except for they heard something. They weren't there. They don't know the people. I have no idea. Just following someone else's resentment and grudge. It's very sad. It's very sad. But Again, Kathy isn't wrong. Everyone should have a voice. When we are a part of something and we have something to say, still, we should be heard. Everyone should have a voice. And we shouldn't be afraid to use our understanding of love centered on our Heavenly Parent to give the guidance, to give the teaching. And someone may come in and say, but you got this wrong. Well, how so? And have a friendly discussion. Come to a common denominator, then move on. Because the blessing, the change of lineage, true parents making that possible, getting to the point where that can be possible, is what's important. The rest of it is just what people do. Still do. Yes. All right. That's all I have to give this morning. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you and embrace you with love. And I will talk to you all, God willing, tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I may. We're going to the farm. Yes. Yeah. We're going to the farm. That'll be fun too. Long drive. Not a fan of that. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow.